So we studied about linear motion earlier. Linear motion, we have seen what is the velocity, displacement, many things we have seen. Yes or no? Displacement, velocity, distance covered, average velocity, acceleration. Okay. So that is in the linear motion. Linear motion means something going in a straight line. Yep. So now we're talking about, now we will study about circular motion. Circular motion means curve, basically curve, anything non-linear. So it is like a circular. So if I say that if I'm going like this, that means this is linear, this part is a half circular, yes or no, and again linear. So normally in your daily life, in your real life, in your real life, you will never have linear motion, yes or no, because roads are not straight always, they are always curved, curved, curved. Some amount of curveness will be there. Okay, so ideally in your daily life you will not find any straight motion or linear motion. So circular motions come into picture. So we will study about what are the various quantities, like we saw displacement, distance, time, velocity, acceleration in the linear motion. What are the analogous quantities of those in the circular motion? Okay, this is what we are going to study right now. Yeah, so coming to circular motion, let us write the chapter name. So it is basically rotational dynamics. Okay, so during our circular motion, okay, we go from one point to other point, yes or no? Like if I say circular motion, how it is? It is rotating around a center point. If I'm going from here to here, so what is the displacement covered? What is the displacement? Displacement is what? From one point to other point, shortest distance between any 2 points. So if I say displacement, is the displacement 0 here?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so if you said normal displacement, it is 0. But we will not see the displacement as 0 here. We will see the displacement to be a theta. It's the angle covered. So if you are here, if you are going on increasing, now second part you are here at first second here, second here, third second. So basically what is happening? Your angle is increasing. So that means if you are completely covering a motion, you are covering 360 degree. So your displacement is nothing but 360 degree. Did you understand? And this is called angular displacement. Never say that sir, linear displacement is 0. I understand. But we are talking about circular motion. In circular motion, we will talk about angular displacement. Clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? So we will see first what is the characteristics of circular motion. First, it is an accelerated motion. What do you mean by acceleration? You know, acceleration means anything which changes velocity at each point. If the velocity changes, then it is an accelerated motion. Okay. So how does it change velocity? If you take circular motion at every point, what is velocity? Velocity is nothing but speed plus direction. Yes or no? So if I'm here, what is the direction? It is this side. The tangent acting at this point is a direction. At this point, the tangent is this side. So if you see, at each point of the circular motion, the direction changes. So if the direction changes, then the velocity also change. Yes or no? Yes or no? So if the velocity changes, so what is the acceleration? Acceleration is not 0. Is not 0. Understood? Understood?
Yes, sir.
But whether it is a positive acceleration or negative acceleration, that we don't know. So we only know that velocity is changing because direction is changing. Okay, if your direction, let's say initially you are going at 10 meter per second at this point, second point, this point, this is, let's say this is east, west, north, south. Okay, so at this point you are going towards west side. In this side you are going, let's say, southwest. At this point you are going east side. So at this point your speed is 20 meter per second southwest. So tell me whether acceleration is positive or negative.
Positive.
Yes. Just a minute. Huh? Exactly. Good. Similarly, now if I come to this point meter 15 meter per second east side. So can I say acceleration is negative?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Why? Because if you compare from this point to this point, the velocity has reduced. So whenever you are reducing your velocity, you are getting negative acceleration. Normally we will say negative acceleration as retardation and positive acceleration as acceleration. Okay, is it clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
did you understand why it is accelerated motion? Because the velocity is always changing. Why? Because the direction is changing. Okay, that's the first point. Very important. Characteristics of circular motion. Second point, it is a periodic motion. What do you mean by periodic motion? The path repeats itself. So if I say you go from here, you again come back, again you go. So can't you see every time I am repeating this path? Yes or no? The hands of a clock is a periodic motion. Why? Because they keep on repeating. So it's a periodic motion. But linear motion is a non-periodic motion. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So now we will go to these are the two. 1 minute, give me 2 minutes. Fine, okay. So my battery is over. Now we will go to the kinematics. So what do you mean by kinematics? In earlier classes, I told you kinematics what? Kine. Mathematics of the motion. Kinetic means motion. Kinematics means mathematics of the motion. So we will study about various quantities. What are the different quantities? And in the linear motion, what is the quantity, and the rotational motion, what is the analogous quantity? Okay. So let us draw a here I am writing as linear motion, and here I am doing circular motion. The first quantity is what? Displacement. So in linear motion, what is the displacement? S. Yes or no? And in circular
Yes,
motion, it's theta.
yeah.
Theta. This is called linear displacement. I hope you are making notes. And this is angular displacement.
Yes, sir. I'm making.
Second point, ds by dt. It is velocity, linear velocity. And this one is d theta by dt. It's a vector quantity. This is also a vector quantity. This is called angular velocity. theta is changing with respect to time. At one point you are here, second point you are here, so the angle is changing. At third point you are here, so the angle is changing. So that is what d theta by dt. Third point is acceleration, linear acceleration, and that is what? That is equal to, we say, dv by dt. And here we will talk about d omega by dt, that is equal to alpha. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Linear motion is also said translational motion. So if question gives translation motion, you understood that translate means going in a straight line. Understood? These are the analogous quantity. But these quantities has a relation with this. How? We're going to see that. The first quantity is called v. The angular velocity, v is a linear velocity. Linear velocity is equal to angular velocity into the radius r. Understood? Means what? If I am drawing a circular motion, okay, this is the center point C, let's say, and this is a point P. So the velocity in the tangential direction is the linear velocity, that is equal to v. And the angular velocity is always how? In this direction, this direction. And the r also is this direction. Acceleration is always this side. Which side? Opposite to the angular velocity. See, angular velocity and the radius position, it's called position vector, is always opposite to the, it is called radial acceleration. We'll come to that, radial acceleration. So the different, what is the relation between the v and the omega? It is the cross product. So this velocity is equal to omega into radius. It's called cross product. Or we can write in magnitude. This will include the direction and the magnitude. If you write only the magnitude, that is omega r. If they have to find the magnitude of velocity, no direction, just multiply omega into r. But if they say you find the direction, then you do omega cross r. It's a cross product. Clear?
Sir, can you repeat again?
Here, there is a relation between the angular velocity and the linear velocity. What is the relation? That linear velocity is equal to omega cross r, cross product. We have seen what is a cross product. We have studied in the basics of mathematics in 11th class. Okay. So the velocity is, the linear velocity is always tangential direction, and the omega, it is always from the center, away from center. So if you want to find out what is the linear velocity, then you have to multiply omega into r. This will only give the magnitude of the linear velocity. See, they have given omega, they have given r. So if you want to find out what is the linear velocity, then the linear velocity is equal to omega into r, and that is this direction, tangential velocity. Okay, clear? That means if you are rotating an object, a stone, and let's say at one point you leave it, then the stone will go in this direction. And what is that velocity? That is the linear velocity. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So coming to the direction of omega. What is the direction of omega? The direction of omega, it is always along the axis of rotation. That means if you're rotating the object in this direction, okay, curl the fingers, keep your finger like this. Curl the fingers. If you curl the fingers, if you curl from this to, you will see your thumb will point towards up. So the omega, the direction of omega is along the top axis. If your rotation is this direction, again curl it, you will see the direction is omega, downward direction. Wherever a thumb will point, that is the direction of omega. So curl it. If you curl the finger, if you curl your finger this side, then your thumb will rotate on the top. And if the direction is this side, then the omega will be down. Clear?
Sir, you have to use the right hand, right?
Yeah, right hand.
Okay.
Right palm. Yes. No, don't use left palm. If you use right palm, you see the first figure, your omega will point towards up. Okay. And the second figure, you twist it down. Put your palm down and then curl it. You'll see the omega will be down. Clear? So this will give the direction of the what? Direction of angular velocity. Clear? So in the earlier figure, I actually made a small mistake. Velocity is this side. Okay. It is rotating in this direction. So the angular velocity will be, whenever it is coming outward, we represent it as a dot. Whenever something goes inside, then we represent with a cross. So the angular velocity is towards you. It is coming outward. Okay. This is the radius, and this is the acceleration. Just remember this much. Angular velocity is towards you, coming towards you. Why? Because it is in this direction. If the direction would have been opposite, in this direction, then the angular velocity would have been how? Going inside the figure. Okay. And this is the radius, and this is the radial acceleration which will come to. And your velocity would have been this side. Is it clear?
And dot inside and cross is outside.
Yeah, because something which is coming towards you, we represent it as a dot. It is like you can represent it as a screw. If the screw comes you, the pointed nib of the screw, it is like a point. But if the screw, when you are putting the screw inside, the screw has like this. Yes or no? So we say when it is going inside, it will face, the cross side will face you. So if the figure it says you, it is dot, then you say that the angular velocity is towards you. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So coming to the time period of the circular motion is the periodic motion. So we represent it as omega equal to 2 pi n. What is n? N is the frequency of action. Frequency of. So if I'm rotating 10 times, then your n is 10. Understood? And this is also represented as 2 pi by 2. This is the formula. Angular velocity and the time period has a relation. Angular velocity is equal to 2 pi by time. Now tell me why. See, what is omega? Omega is nothing but velocity. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 2 pi. What is 2 pi? Basically, velocity is equal to distance by time. So this is the time. This is the distance. Why distance? Because it is some radius which has 1 unit as 1. So if I say 2 pi and some radius which has 1, then this becomes what? Circumference. Yes or no? Circumference. So circumference is what? Basically a distance. So distance by time is equal to velocity. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So now let us study about uniform circular motion. Now tell me, we studied about uniform linear motion, uniform motion. What is uniform motion? You see, what is uniform motion? In your linear motion, it was the velocity remains constant. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Here also it is the same. During circular motion, you cannot say velocity remains constant. Why? Because velocities will always change. Because velocity velocity, I told you it is a velocity is nothing but speed plus direction. You know very well that in a circular motion, the direction keeps on changing. So you cannot say that velocity is constant. You would say the motion where the particle speed is constant. It is called UCM. But when you say linear motion, we say the velocity is constant. Why? Because in a linear motion, the speed and the direction both are in this direction. Yes or no? One single direction. Yes or no?
Yes.
So, in a linear motion, the velocity and the speed both are constant. But in a circular motion, your velocity is changing, but your speed is constant. The magnitude is always constant. And in a circular uniform circular motion, if the speed is constant, so what is the acceleration? What is the acceleration? Did you understand?
Yes.
Acceleration is zero. Why? Because you are not increasing and decreasing speed. It is same only. So magnitude of the acceleration is always zero because your speed is constant. If speed is constant, then what is this thing? Acceleration. Change in the speed by time. Yes or no? So your acceleration becomes zero. You are not accelerating. See, magnitude wise acceleration is zero. But if you say direction wise, it is not zero. Why? Because when you talk about direction, we are talking about velocity, and velocity is not zero. Velocity is always changing. Yes or no? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So there are two types of acceleration. Okay, not two types. We called centripetal or radial. What is centripetal? Centripetal means towards the center. Or we say AC. What is AC? Something pointing towards the center is called centripetal acceleration or radial acceleration. Clear? And how it is represented? A equal to omega square r or V square by r or r omega. Clear?
Yes.
This is the formula. Omega square r. So what was V? Your V was r omega. Yes or no? Huh?
Yes.
So you want to find out what is the radial acceleration. What is acceleration? Your acceleration is nothing but d omega by dt. So can I say omega is nothing but, so what is omega here? Omega is v by r. Yes or no? So what I will do? I will do d by dt of v by r. Yes? Yes or no? So what is
Yes,
this? Is a differentiation? It is a what differentiation? What differentiation? R is constant, so R will come out. So dv by dt. So R, what is dv by dt? It is omega. Yes or no? No. It is dv by dt of what is b? B is r omega. Understood? R omega. So what is omega differentiation? I will come back to how this came, the derivation. We will see this derivation. Okay, just remind me. I have forgotten also earlier class. I will do this derivation and tell you. Clear? We'll continue with the class. So if you see, if the radius is this side, the acceleration is opposite. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I will say the direction of the radial acceleration is always minus r. Why? Because if the radius is this side and the radial acceleration this side, it is minus r. Why? Because positive r is this side, negative r is this side. Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So we will see a illustration. What is the illustration of a uniform motion? Fan rotation. Yes or no? Rotation of a fan at a constant speed. Yes or no? If you are putting speed of fan on 5, you will see it will completely rotate in the same what? With the same speed. Yes or no? So one of the example of a uniform circular motion is a what? Rotation of a fan. Yes or no? What else it can be? What else can you give? What else can you give? Any other examples of a uniform circular motion?
Sir, planets rotating.
Planet will, it is not a circular motion. It is a, remember, all the orbit of the planets are not circle. They are elliptical. So it cannot be. They are like this. Okay. They are not circular motion. They are elliptical motion. So it is not an example. What else? Just think. Can I say rotation of grinder? Mixie. Yes or no? Mixie grinder. Yes or no? You are not
The
changing.
blades, right?
Hmm?
The blades of the grinder, right?
Yeah, motor. The motor, yeah. When you are removing the,
Yes, sir.
this is a mixie grinder, no? So the blades, these blades will rotate, no? At a particular speed, it will rotate in the same. Clear? So these are some of the uniform circular motion. Now we will come to the non-uniform. What is the non-uniform circular motion? Very example you can give. You can say that you are changing the speed continuously of the fan. You are not keeping it constant. You are increasing, decreasing. That is a best example of a non-uniform circular motion. Yes or no? Rotation of a, you are rotating a stone with a thread. That is also non-uniform circular motion. So when the speed of the particle increases or decreases continuously, then that motion is called non-uniform circular motion. Is it clear? Is it clear? However, the radial acceleration, the linear velocity is all same only. Directions remain same. Only thing that velocity, the magnitude will change. So again, we'll draw it. This is the velocity. This is the radius. Again, omega is outward, and this is the radial acceleration. This will remain same. The direction will not change. Clear? Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So if the angular acceleration A is constant, if I say your A is constant, this velocity is constant, acceleration is constant, what will happen? What will happen? Acceleration is constant. That means what? The velocity is continuously increasing or continuously decreasing. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I say that my acceleration is constant. If I say, then initially you are traveling at 5 meters per second. After some time, you are traveling at 10 meters per second. After some time, you are traveling at 15 meters per second. So if you see, your velocity is continuously increasing with the equal intervals of time. So here we say it's a positive acceleration. Yes or no? And what is the acceleration? It is 5 meters per second square. Yes or no? It is increasing in the steps of 5. Yes or no? So in this type of example, we say it is a constant acceleration. But let's say I'm traveling 5, then 13, then 18, then 16, so not 20, 22. So this is a non-uniform acceleration. Why? Because it's not constant. Clear?
Right.
So if your angular acceleration is constant, if your angular acceleration, then your theta, omega, and your alpha. What is alpha? Again, it is a radial centripetal acceleration, radial acceleration. All will point along the axis.
Sir, what is alpha?
Sorry?
Oh. Here, what is alpha, sir?
Alpha, not alpha. It is actually this. This we write radial acceleration like this. So it is radial acceleration.
Okay.
Okay. So in the next class, we will study about various other objects, centripetal force, centrifugal force, and application of circular motion. We will go more detail into this. Okay. Dynamics of circular motion will go. Yeah. Yeah. I will let you know the timings.
Sure, sir.
Bye.
I see.